are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Detroit Lions. Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the... Yard line and no further. Throwing right away is Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they're going to get this beyond the 30 before it's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Achane. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Devon Achane, 55 yards. And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And space tough to come by there. He's going to get maybe a yard to the 37.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8.
Come on. Hey, go.
To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Get it. Football 80.
Up the middle, Johnson. Down to the 42, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They give up the middle, and he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here, and thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Dart. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 74 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing his Dart. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Brock Bowers, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And good work there in open space. So he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Ladd McConkey, 32 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. shoves him off at the 20. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 44. 94 yards on the ground here for Harris. It's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it with Achane. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of only a yard.
They'll go. Achane. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
The man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. A give left side. Here's Achane. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
2nd and 12 at the Rams' 40-yard line.
19 Lions. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers.
Throwing his dart. Short throw caught by Bowers. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Dart. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Got it. Ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
70, step away. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete to McConkey. The 20. 5. Touchdown, LA. Lad McConkey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Can't do 11. Can't do 11. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. McGee looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hammond. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Ready. Check up.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, McGee. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, back to Achane. And a scratch out yard up to the 30, and that's all.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Dart. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go street. Warriors 70. Go.
Dart from the gun on third down. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Dart. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw, Dart. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hurt. 19, Tiger, 19.
Back to the ground, Achane. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check. Hey, smash.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Hey, let's go now. Check, smash. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Running left, Achane. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are once again back in front. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Rams 17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last one, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They were happy with that field goal.
I've met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
First and 10 at the 47.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Operating from the gun, McGee. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that first down pickup.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's second and 10.
Ready? Mustang 19. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. McGee. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and a couple. To the air, Dart. Short throw, caught by Bowers. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll change things up. Dart going to look to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. To throw now, Dart. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Dart looking to throw again. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this comes pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Come on.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Looking to throw. McGee. On the RPO, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Henry Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Johnson again on second down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready? Got the Lions. 19 Lions.
Back to throw. McGee. And he's got it complete to Anderson. There goes a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now this one finds McConkey. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To Johnson again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rams. McConkey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie us at 24. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their A-chain hit and the ball is out. And it looks like the Rams might have it, and they do have it. And now after coughing up the football, serious concerns on that sideline. Their defense surrenders the tying touchdown to start the 3rd quarter, and now the offense follows that up by committing the turnover.
And I think you're sensing the exact same thing that I'm sensing, that the energy, much different here in the 2nd half. We talk about it a lot, but you can feel it kind of rippling through the stadium, and it's affecting the players.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Elad McConkey, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time the move out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it was skipped through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units. And they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a gain of 6.
Third down and 6.
Third and 6.
Throwing, Dart. In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10.
Looking to throw, Dart. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ochin. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Up the middle, Ochin. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's 3rd and 10. On play action, here's Dart. He'll try and do this himself. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the handoff, it's Ochin. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 7.
At the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Ochin. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Dart. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowers. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. They'll
try the middle with Galindo. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Rams 7-yard line.
Reload! Reload! Check, 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 check. Riggs! Go street! Go all the way! Go all the way! Hey!
They'll give this to Achane. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Check smash! Hey! Cowboy 80! Buffalo 18! Warriors 70!
Dart to throw on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Bowers, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And
now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him. officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this team, has got to be priority one.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Back up.
Looking to throw. McGee. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McGee. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
18 Rattler.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Lad McConkey, 27 yards. And the Rams have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Dances by him. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th, and a very critical drive upcoming. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play actually supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing his dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Throwing his dart. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. So you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. Here's Dart. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Come on.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays. And he works free. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 10. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Rams are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he loses the football a second time. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Get it.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. 82 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. McGee. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's Dart. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end Bowers. use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's Dart. Pass to Bowers once again. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Ready up. 19 Lions. 16 average. Let's go. Check go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Go 80.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD.